Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby.
What's going on? Leslie here from Lyrical Diaries, and I know I was supposed to upload this on Friday, but I was super busy, and I was super tired over the weekend, so I was like, I'm sorry. We're gonna go ahead and upload this on Monday, and yes, I'm gonna try to get the next one out this Friday. So you're gonna have 2 movie nights this week. But shouts out to P Colt. He was the one that answered my trivia for my first movie night / trivia on last week Friday. Not last week Friday, but 2 weeks ago now. About a week ago, 2 weeks ago, whatever. So shouts out to him. I appreciate you guys doing it, or him doing it. I'll put a link to his channel in the description below. And for those of you, I don't know if you guys didn't want to do it because it was too long or what, but I'm going to try to keep these videos short. And if you guys would like to participate in this one, you can go ahead and do so. There are going to be some pretty easy ones, but then some of them is going to be a little bit troubling. I had trouble looking at it, and I was like, damn, I don't think nobody's going to get it. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into it. Like I said, you got all of them. Let's see if you got these right. You got all of them right, basically. So let's go ahead and get into number 1. We have Prom Night. I told you it'll tell you what year it came out because I can't remember off the top of my head. To get the video going, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about it. Prom Night. Now, the last time I saw this, I think I saw it like in 2008, 2009, something like that. I had it on my PSP. And when I was watching it for the first time, I thought it was a pretty decent movie. I was like, oh my gosh, I used to like Brittany Snow. She was in a lot of movies back then. I was like, what happened to her? I don't really see her that much. And then the same thing with Jessica Stroop. I think the first time I ever saw her was on 90210 when that came out back in 2009, I think it was. And I haven't really seen her since. And, when I was watching it, I was like, I think I remember how this goes and what happens in the movie, but I'm not too sure. But like I said, overall, I think I got something on my lip. Yep. Overall, I think this is a pretty decent movie. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, I thought it was a pretty decent movie. The concept was good. They did keep it prom night related. There was not really too many jump scares, or this movie's not really scary for if you guys want to see it and you are scared of scary movies. This is not like a scary movie or anything like that. It's a really decent movie. Like I said, it came out in 2008 and it stars Brittany Snow. So that was the first movie that I watched throughout the week. Let's get into number 2. We have Perfect Stranger with starring Halle Berry and Bruce Willis. I thought this movie was pretty decent. Like I said before, the last time I saw this was back in, when year did this come out? I can't remember what year it came out. 2007. That's right. That's the first time I ever saw this movie, and I don't think I ever seen it again. When I turned 17, a month after I turned 17, I went to the movie theaters and watched this movie right here, and I thought this movie was pretty decent. The way that Halle Berry portrays herself in this movie was freaking ridiculous. Now, the whole time I'm thinking that, well, I'm kind of like going to give away the movie. I'm not going to give away the movie, for you guys probably haven't seen it yet. But, yeah, so overall, what Halle Berry did in this movie was phenomenal. I thought that it was really good. The acting was great. The whole storyline was great. The way it was, like, suspenseful, and it was really, really good. The chemistry between her and Bruce Willis, there really wasn't any. They were making out a little bit in the movie. And it had, like, stalker-type syndrome in it because her friend Miles was, like, in love with her or whatever. But yeah, that was basically about it. Like I said, overall, this movie is a pretty decent movie. I would recommend you guys checking this out if you have. I think I paid like $2 or $3 for this movie, so you could probably find it even cheaper, maybe on eBay or somewhere like that. But Perfect Stranger is a really good movie for you guys to check out if you were into suspense and you like Halle Berry or you like Bruce Willis. So, alright, let's get into number 3. We have Blade Trinity. When I was watching this, I could tell you, I watched this like a long time ago. And then like I said, I just recently watched this for my movie night for this week. And, in the beginning, it was slow. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so boring. I'm just like, dude, Leslie, just stick in it. Because I got to do a review on this. I got to stay with it. So I was trying to stay with it. And towards the middle of the movie, it started picking up and getting a little bit better. There's more action scenes. Blade doing this thing, Jessica Biel doing her thing. Oh, you can see her too on the front. Yeah, Jessica Biel right here doing her thing, and Ryan Reynolds doing his thing. And I thought that it was a really good movie. Then what's kind of funny about going back and watching old movies is that you get to see old actors. You're like, oh my gosh, I didn't know you were in there. I remember watching you on Prison Break. I remember watching you here. I remember watching you there. And it's like so cool to go back and like seeing all these actors, and you're like, okay, what happened to them? Do they still act, or what are they doing now? That's just something that I personally think about. That's one reason why I like going back and watching older movies that came out like when I was in a younger age, like under the age of 15 or maybe earlier than that. You know what I mean? So like I said, overall, I thought this was a pretty decent movie. Like I said, in the beginning, it was kind of slow. Then it started picking up towards the middle, and towards the end, it got pretty good. So I would recommend you guys checking out this movie. All right, now let's get into the 4th movie. We have Despicable Me. I thought this was a really good movie. This is my 2nd time watching this movie. The first time I really enjoyed it. It was really sad, and I love how he was like this big, huge evil mastermind, and then when these 3 little girls came into his life, he started changing. And you know, when he realized, you know, what kind of fun he had without the girls, he really wanted them back, and he wanted to give up the evil life to, you know, live like a normal life for these girls, because they didn't have nobody else and they just had him. And you know, at the beginning it was a little bit rough, you know, and towards the end of the movie, you know, they started finding each other, and they fell in love with each other, you know. So I thought it was really good. And then they had these little minions right here to have little friends with as well. So overall, I thought this movie was a really good movie. I really, really enjoyed it. I would recommend watching it, even if you're old or you have kids, to watch this movie. I thought this movie was really, really, really great. So yeah. All right, last but not least, let's go ahead and get into Despicable Me 2. I thought Despicable Me 2 was a little bit different than the first one, of course. I mean, it's going to be different, but I like how they went and took it outside of, like, the evil world. You know, it's showing him as a father figure to these little girls, because, like I said, excuse me. Yeah, so like I said, in the first one, you know, he was an evil guy, and now he's turned into, like, a father type, and they really implemented that in towards this movie right here. I'm not going to really tell you guys what happens in the end, but it's really, really cool for as far as the girls go and he goes. Like I said, it was really decent. I really enjoyed this movie. I like how they went outside the box. And when I heard Happy in the song, dude, I've heard it so many times, I was like, woo! Really? Even though it's a good song, but they play it so much. And when I heard it in this movie, I was like, golly. But they didn't play the whole thing, which was great. But overall, like I said, I really, really enjoyed this movie. It was a really, really good movie. If you guys haven't seen it yet, go ahead and check this movie out. Like I said, it's really good. Alright, so that's the end of last week's reviews. Let's go ahead and get into this week for you guys, as far as the trivia goes. So if you guys are ready, if you want to get your pen, paper, movie, cell phones, whatever, let's go ahead and get into this. I'm going to try to go through it really quick. The first movie that I'll be watching this week will have to be, it came out in 2012. It's an action/adventure. It stars Liam Neeson, Brooklyn Decker, and, you know, because I said it might be a little bit hard for you guys to figure it out. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys that it's based on a game. Okay? And so let's go ahead and get into movie number 2. This one came out in 2004. It's a drama/mystery. It stars Julianne Moore and Dominic West. I can tell you a little bit more about it. I guess the movie's about these 2 parents that people are telling them they never had a child before. That's all I could say, because I'm basically going to tell the movie and probably give it away. But anyways, that's a little bit about what movie number 2 is. Let's get into movie number 3. It came out in 2010. It's a biography/drama. It stars Jesse Eisenberg and Andrew Garfield. So that's movie number 3. 4, it came out in 2009. It's an action/adventure/crime movie. It stars Robert Downey Jr., Jude Law, and Rachel McAdams. Alright, so that's movie number 4. Movie number 5, it came out in 2011. It's an action/adventure/crime. It stars Robert Downey Jr. and Jude Law. So those are my trivia questions for the week 2 of movie night. If you guys do participate, like I said, I will shout you out. You should shout you guys out in the next video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to tomahawk that like button and watch these movies too with me. If you guys really want to, then, you know, in the comment section, let me know how you felt about these movies, this, that, and the other. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this movie, like I said before. Don't forget to tomahawk that like button, subscribe for more videos to come, and I will talk to you guys later. Have a good day, everyone.